Hello, my name is Alex and welcome to my Go Live with DecoNetwork in 48 hours presentation, the final stage. This is the third presentation in our Go Live series and will follow on from our second and first presentation. For those of you who haven't seen the previous presentations, you can find them at the link on screen, complete with downloadable resources to guide you along the way. Please remember to sign up to the blog whilst you're there. It's completely free and it's full of updates, tips and tricks. Just to recap from our last presentation, we broke the setup process into 3 manageable sections. In our fulfillment center, we looked at our email and order template, our production times, and tax exemption on a size level. We made some template color changes and put in a website background image and also created some decorated products. And lastly, in our business hub, we processed an order, created a quote for a repeat order, and used the freeform product feature. Today's presentation will be divided into the same 3 manageable sections. Section 1, our fulfillment center, Section 2, our website, and Section 3, our business hub. So in Section 1, we'll take a look at some more add-ons to extend our functionality, such as quote and invoice settings, some coupon codes, and we'll also add in the option to send a marketing email from our website. We'll also create a custom product in CorelDRAW and then import this into DecoNetwork. In Section 2, we will allow our customers to import photos from Facebook and Instagram. We'll also add a new page to our website, and we'll also add a live chat to our website, which will enable our customers to talk with us directly from our webpage. And we'll also build and send a marketing email. And in Section 3, we'll look at how to use purchase orders within DecoNetwork. So here I am in my website now, and first we're going to take a look at the add-ons that we'll need for today's presentation. So I'm just going to head over to my add-on manager. Now add-ons are additional features that can be enabled to extend the functionality of your website and products. Think of them as building blocks for your online business, where you can build a more powerful website both front and back end as your business grows. So for today's session, one of the add-ons we're going to be using are the coupon codes add-on. So if I select e-commerce extensions from the category, I'm going to enable coupon codes. I'm also going to head over to order configuration, and I'm going to enable quote, order, and invoice settings add-on. And I'm also going to enable the purchase orders add-on. And lastly, I'm going to head over to my website tools, and I'm going to enable the custom CSS and HTML. This will allow me to add my live chat to the website. And I'm also going to enable my marketing email. So once these are enabled, I'm going to head back over to my settings. And first, I'm going to enable my quote, order, and invoice settings. So in here, I have the option to customize my quote, order, and invoice numbers. So I'm given the option of being able to add a prefix and a suffix, and I can also choose my initial number. So for my prefix, I'm just going to have DN, and then I'm going to keep my initial number like this, and my suffix, I'm going to have Europe. And then as I take on more orders and quotes and invoices, this initial number here will increase sequentially. And my quote settings here, I have an option to choose the number of days that a quote is valid for. And by default, it's set to 30. So I'm quite happy to keep this at 30. You can change this if you want to. It's completely up to you. But I'm happy with 30, so I'm just going to click Save. Next, I'm going to take a look at my purchase order settings. And in here, similar to the previous setting, I do have an option to set my prefix and my suffix, and I can also choose my starting number. So for my prefix, I'm actually going to have the letters PO for purchase order, and I'm happy to keep the initial number. And for my suffix, I'm just going to have DN Europe. And now I have these workflow settings. That was the first option is by default all products go to purchase ordering, and I'm going to keep ticked, which basically means that I'm not going to hold any stock on hand. With this option ticked, any orders that come in will require a purchase order to be created and sent. If I untick this, then it will bypass the purchase order settings, and you will be able to process your order accordingly. The second option is orders must complete the purchase order process before flowing through to production. Now, if I keep this ticked, any orders that come through that require a purchase order, they must be marked as received before I can carry on into my production. If I have this unticked, then I will be able to access all the production files before my purchase order has arrived. So again, just to keep things nice and smooth and keep my production line nice and clean, I'm going to keep this ticked. So now I'm just going to save. Next, I'm going to configure a coupon code. So under e-commerce settings, if I just select coupon codes, and you can see I haven't created any coupon codes yet. So I just click New Coupon. And in here, my first option is the actual code that gets entered by the customer. So I'm going to name this 25 off now. And I get to give a brief description of the coupon. So I'm going to say that this will give you 25% discount. And now the amount that I want to discount by. So I can choose by percentage, or I can choose an actual monetary value. So I'm going to stick with percentage, and I'm just going to say 25%. I can also choose an expiration date, but I'm happy for this to stay blank so it can be used whenever. I can also set a minimum purchase. So if I set this to £10, then the customer will have to have at least £10 spent before they can apply this coupon code. But I'm happy to keep this at 0 so they can get 25% off on whatever they want. Enabled, do I want to enable this? Yes, I do. And I can also set a number of uses. So if I set this at 100, it can only be used 100 times. And if I keep this at 0, then it will have unlimited uses. So I'm going to keep this at 0. Next, I get to choose here my available products. So I get to choose whether this applies to pre-decorated or non-decorable products, blank products, or shipping. And I can also limit by product type. But I'm happy for this to apply to everything, including shipping. And I'm just going to now click Save. And as you can see here, this is where you keep track of all your coupon codes. So you can see the code, the name, the amount, the expiration date, whether it's got a minimum purchase, how many times it's been used, and the total number of uses. So I'm happy with this, and we will start to use the coupon code later on in the presentation. So next I'm going to create a custom product with some price breakdowns. But first, what I'll need to do is I need to head over into CorelDRAW to actually create some of the images that I need for this product. But just before I head over into CorelDRAW, I'm actually going to create a new category for my new product. So I just press Add, and then I'm going to give this a name. I'm just going to call this phone cases, and then just press OK. And there we go, that's my category sorted. So now I'm going to head over into CorelDRAW. And in here, I've laid out the 3 images that we will need for this custom product. The first image is, it needs to be an image of the blank product. Ideally 600 by 600 pixels with a solid white background. The second image we are going to make today is the decoration mask, and this defines the decoration area in DecoNetwork. And this needs to be a pure black shape and exported as a transparent PNG. And lastly, we need a sales image, and this is just to show a visual of the end product, so the customer can get a nice visualization of what they're going to be buying and what the end product will look like. So if I just zoom out here, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how you can create this decoration mask and this sales image. So if I just left click this, drag and right click, I'll make a copy. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to zoom in. And if I select View and Snap to and Guidelines, this will be handy for when I make the decoration mask. So if I now click on my ruler, click and hold, and I drag off a guideline here, I'm going to align this with the top of the iPhone case. And I'm going to do the same for the bottom of the iPhone case, and also for each side of the case. And also not forgetting the camera hole. I'm going to pull in some guidelines for this as well. On all four sides. And you'll see now why we are creating these guidelines. So if I now select my rectangle tool, you can see now my tool is snapping to the guidelines, which is just what I need. So if I now create a rectangular shape according to my guidelines of the iPhone, and I'm also going to create a second rectangle in line with the camera hole. Next, I'm going to select my shape tool, and if I head over to my colors, I'm going to make this outline a little bit more visible. So if I right click on pink, and maybe if I just change this to a thinner line. With my shape tool, I'm going to grab and hold this node, and I'm just going to drag, and you can see it pulls in the edges to the shape that I need. And again, I do this for the main iPhone case, make the line visible, a more thinner line, and if I hold and drag this in, I can get a nice curve on the shape, just my iPhone case. So that's wonderful, that's just what I need. So now if I select the shape of the case and the shape of the camera, I'm now going to drag this out here. But at the moment we only have two shapes. We only have the shape of the camera and the shape of the body. So what I need to do is I need to highlight both of these, and I need to click up here, this icon, back minus front. And when I click this, it cuts out the top shape from the shape beneath, and you can see now it's just one shape, which is just what I need. So what I'm going to do now is fill this with black, and if I right click on the transparent box, it takes away the pink outline, and you can see now I have created my decoration mask. So this is just what I need for my decoration area. And what I'm going to create now is my sales image. So if I just select all these guidelines now and just take them all away, I don't need these anymore. If I make another copy of my blank, and I make a copy of my decoration mask, I have a picture here of a little puppy playing in some leaves, so I'm going to create a sales image from this. So if I just right click this and select power clip inside, and then click on the decoration mask, you can see it actually fits the image into the decoration mask. And I'll just change this a little bit so it's a little bit more visually appealing and looks like an iPhone case. So I just want to add some text here just to show the customer, that they can actually customize this case. So I'm just going to type something like customize your iPhone case. And I'm just going to center align this and neaten it up a little bit. Maybe give that a bit of a white outline. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to export all of these. First, I'm going to export the blank image, but first this needs to be 600 by 600 pixels. So if I select and click export, it needs to be a PNG. I'm just going to call this blank case. And just wait for my PNG properties now to pop up. Here we go. So that's great. I don't need to have transparency ticked, and I'm just going to press OK. Next, I need to export my decoration mask. So I'm going to again select this and click export. And I'm just going to call this decoration mask and click export. But for this, I do need to have transparency ticked, so I can take away those white fills. There we go, and press OK. That's wonderful. And now I need to export my sales image. So if I just select all of this, click Export, and call this sales image. Press Export, and I don't need any transparency on here, and just press OK. So that's wonderful now. So what I need to do now is head back into my website, come to my products list, and select Add Custom Product. And I have a few settings here to fill out first. So I need to give this a product name. Go with an iPhone 5 case. Give it a code and a number of colors. Now this is actually the number of colors the design comes in, not how many colors are available for the product. So you can see here, this sweatshirt here is green, so this is one color. And as you can see on this t-shirt here, it has black sleeves and a white body, so this has two colors. So this is what this refers to if your product has multiple colors. So the actual edging of my iPhone case is black, so it only has one color. So I'm going to select one and press continue. And next I'm given a pop-up titled Create Product View Image. And this is where I will choose the type of image that I'm going to upload. So there's 5 options here. The first one is to select a template that is provided by DecoNetwork. The next one, if you select this option to upload a single image, this will be for all colors. This option is to upload a single image for each color. This is if you want to upload your own template similar to the ones provided by DecoNetwork, and this is quite an advanced option, and there are help articles and a tutorial video on how you can do this, and it's an option if you do not want to use an image at all. So I just want to use a separate image for each color and press continue, and I'm going to now click choose file, and this is where I will upload the image of the blank product. Just press upload. So here we go, that's my blank image. I need to give this an image name now, so if I just call this iPhone case, I'm going to click add new area. If I scroll down and select define new area, I'm going to call this case and then press OK. Now you can see automatically the system has given me this decoration area here, and I can choose from a rectangular one, or a circular one, or a rounded corners one. Now these 3 aren't ideal for this product, hence why we created our own. So if I just click choose file and select decoration mask, you can see my shape now appears in here. But what I need to do is I need to size this properly. So if I unlock this padlock, I know that a iPhone 5 case is around 5.5 wide and the height is around 11.5. So if I just now lock these, I can now size this decoration just how I like it, and then press continue. Now I need to select the color that my case comes in, and as I said earlier, it's got a black rim, so it's going to be a black case, and then press OK. So I have black selected, and I press OK again, and now I can configure the rest of my product. So I want to make this active for sale, and I want to give this a brief description. So this is a sublimation iPhone 5 case. Next, I'm going to choose pricing, and my blank price is going to be £10. And with the price of sublimation being 5, it creates an end price of £15. And as you can see here, it's also included DTG. Now if I select decoration areas and just untick DTG and back to pricing, DTG is now not available on this product. So if I now click here price breakdown, you can see here from the quantity of 1 to infinity, it's going to cost £10. But I want to create a nice discount for this product. So I'm going to click Add Price / Quantity Level, and I'm going to set this to 6, and then set this price to £8. So if they order between 1 and 5, they're going to be charged 10. 6 and infinity, they're going to be charged 8. So I'm just going to add one more level and change this to 11, and then put a cheaper price of £6. And now press OK, and you can see the price breakdown is showing here. Next, I'm going to choose my category, and I don't want this to appear in apparel, so I'm going to just get rid of this, press the plus sign, and I'm looking for my phone cases. There we go. Tick this and press OK. And now if I select images, here's where I get to upload my sales image. So if I upload my sales image with a little dog, and if I want to use this as a thumbnail image as well. There we go. Make sure it's ticked active for sale and press save. And now the system will create this as an available product. And there we go. I have an iPhone 5 case in my products list. So that is section 1 complete. Now I'm going to head over to section 2, which is our website settings. So first, I'm going to enable the option to allow my customers to import their photos from Facebook and Instagram. And if I come to Online Designer Settings, I just head right down to the bottom, and I'm going to tick this option here, and I'm going to select Instagram and Facebook, and save this. And now this allows the option for the customers to log into Facebook and Instagram within the designer, and they can pull images from their accounts and design products from within your website. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a custom page. So if I head over to website pages, I'm going to click add page, and I'm going to call this page phone cases, and click add page. So if I scroll down now, yes, I want this to show in the menu and in the footer. That's wonderful. And I want to display just my phone case. So if I change the status to active and select the blue wheel, I'm going to click categories, and I'm going to select my phone case category. I'm going to make the thumbnail size nice and big, and I'm going to change the panel title to customize your phone case, and then I'm going to press save. So if I head over to my site now, I should see a link in the menu. So if I select phone cases, I can see my phone case is now up for sale. Next on the list is I'm going to show you how you can add a live chat to your website completely free. So if I head over to a website called talk.to, straight on the home page is a sign up form. So if I just fill out some details here, add my email and choose a password, and press sign up for free. Oops, not having my email. Oops, it's kind of kicked me out there, so I'll just try that again. Give it a password. So it's created my account, and it's now directing me to my dashboard. So in here, I have to enter my site name. So my site name is DN Europe, and my URL is dneurope.com. .co.uk and just press next. So if I now finish the rest of the wizard, if I click here Sites and Pages, Manage Sites, here's my D in Europe. If I select Manage underneath Widgets and select this code and just copy, if I head back to my website settings and head over to my customized template HTML, first I need to tick override default layout, and then I need to scroll down right to the bottom and look for this ending body tag. And what I need to do is click just before this, return, and then paste in my code, and then click save. And if I now do a refresh on my website, you can see I now have a live chat that my customers can use. And when they talk in here, it will appear in your dashboard right here for you to join the conversation and talk to customers. And that is completely free. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build and send a marketing email. So if in my website settings, if I select marketing email, first in here, I can choose whether this can go to my newsletter subscribers and customers who've purchased and customers who have also registered. But I want this to go to just my newsletter subscribers. And I'm going to promote my coupon code and the fact that I have also added a new iPhone 5 case to my site. So the subject is going to be free coupon plus new products in store. And now I'm going to open up this text editor here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add some images that I've already created. So if I select here the image icon and click Browse Server, I'm going to click Choose File, and in here I have my information. So I'm just going to select this and press Upload, and then I need to click the name and press OK. So here a nice little image saying iPhone cases are now in stock. So if I click this image and center align this, I'll just look a bit more neater. And if I just return a couple of times, now I'm going to add some text. This is text that I've already pre-typed. And I'm just going to paste this in here. Oh, that's still my code. Paste, there we go. So just highlight this and center align it. And now I'm going to add in an image for my coupon code. So again, select the image, Browse Server, click Choose File, and I'm going to select my coupon image, and press Upload. Click on the name, press OK, and that will appear in my email. And just for those whose email client doesn't show images, I can just copy in the plain text here. Once this is done, I can just click Send Email. Now that is our email, our marketing email sent. So now the customers who have subscribed to my newsletter will get an email in their inbox saying that they can use a coupon code and to also check out our new iPhone cases. So that is the end of section 2. And now for section 3, we're going to head over into the Business Hub and take a look at some purchase orders and how this works in the system. So if I just click here, Launch Business Hub. So the Purchase Order add-on allows you to place orders with your suppliers from within the Business Hub. Now this means that you don't have to print off any backorder reports or go through each and every order making one of those need-to-do lists or need-to-order lists. It's all done for you and is ready to send off at the end of the day or within the Business Hub. So you can see here I have a new tab called Purchase Orders. And there's two ways to create a purchase order. I can create one for any orders that come through, and as there's no orders requiring a purchase order, this is grayed out, currently grayed out. And I can also start an empty purchase order. So this is a purchase order that isn't actually assigned to any orders. If you just want to place an order with your supplier, you would just click Start with Empty Purchase Order. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an order that will require a purchase order and just show you how it all works within the system. So as you can see here, I've just created a new order, and you can see my order number is taking effect here. So I have the DN and the Europe at the end. And I'm just going to select a customer. And I'm just going to select a few products. So I want a couple of t-shirts. And just bump up the quantity here. That's great. And some mediums, or some smalls. There we go. And on the end of each line, when you're creating an order in the Business Hub, there's a blue wheel. And if you click this, you can choose whether to not use a purchase order or whether you do want to use a purchase order. So by default, these are both ticked, and I'm happy, and I'm completely happy for this. So I'm just going to now click Save Order. And if I take a look at my production tab, I can see at the moment nothing's been paid, nothing's been ordered or received, and nothing has been produced and shipped. So first of all, I am going to select Payments, and I'm going to click Add Payment, and just run a payment through. Now if I look at my production tab, I can see that this is requiring a purchase order. So if I head over now to my purchase order tab, I have a radio button here, and it shows the supplier and how many items I need to order. So if I keep this selected and click Create Purchase Order, you can see on the list the 2 items that I need, and also the quantity required and how many I need to order. And if I wanted to order a few extras, I can also change this number if I wanted to. But I'm only going to order just what I need. So just double checking this, and I'm happy for this. And I'm going to click Save Purchase Order. That's great. And just to show you, that's our purchase order number, our prefix, and our suffix there. That's what we set earlier. So once this purchase order has been saved, now you would click Send Purchase Order, and this will go off to BTC. But I'm not going to click this because I don't actually want to send this. I'm just going to mark as sent. And then the next morning, when the order comes in and it arrives to you, you will open your box, take a look inside, and you'll come back to your purchase order, and you will click Receive Stock. And what you'll do is you'll tick the boxes for each item, and you will type in how many you've received. So if you've ordered only 3, it will mark as partially received. And then when you do receive the rest, you can come back in and mark the rest as being fully received. So I'm going to mark these 2 as received and press Save. And now when I head over to my order again and click on production, I can see purchase order has been ordered and the order has been received. And now I'm able to head over into production, produce my orders, and then ship. And that is how you use purchase orders within the system. It's pretty straightforward. And if I now head back over into my settings, there is an option for BTC to use something called live ordering. Now live ordering allows you to place a purchase order directly into your supplier's internal system. Now this is not set up automatically. You would need to contact BTC in order to set this up. So in my settings, if I come to Manage Suppliers, and I can see BTC live ordering is not set up. So if I click Edit, down here is all the information to contact BTC, and they will give you some information to put in here for the login and password so that you can use live ordering within the system. And that's a really good feature to have when using purchase orders. And now if I just show you the front end of the store, if I select a blank product here, and I open this up in the designer, if I click Add Design, here is the Instagram and the Facebook. This is what we enabled earlier. And it's really simple. The customer will just sign in with Instagram and it will pull in their designs from their account, display them all here, and then they can design a product and check out from there. So that wraps up webinar 3 for today. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate the time. So just a quick recap before we end this. In our fulfillment in section 1, we enabled a few more add-ons, such as our quote and invoice settings, some coupon codes, and we also set up a coupon code as well. We also created a custom product, set up a price breakdown. In section 2 on our website, we enabled Facebook and Instagram photo imports. We put in a custom page, put in a live chat for our customers to talk to us, and also built and sent a marketing email. And in our business hub, we looked at how we can set up, send, and manage purchase orders for all of our orders. So thank you again for joining me today. If you do require any further help, you can visit our support site at DecoNetwork.com/support, where we have help articles, tickets to submit to our support team, and a very active forum. We also hold weekly Q&A training sessions, where you can join my sessions on a Wednesday, or you can join Metek's session on a Wednesday. Metek is our US DecoNetwork guru. Some of you may be familiar with him. And you can find all those dates and sign-up links again on our support site. And if you want to actually talk to a member of support, you can just call the numbers on screen. And don't forget to join our blog. It's completely free at blog.deconetwork.com. It's full of fantastic resources, updates, sneak previews of what's to come, and plenty of tutorials. So again, thank you for joining me today, and I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.